Okay, and I'm live. Welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness, farmers prepping, wildlife, and any other thing I like to be. So today we're going to do bacon, potatoes, peppers, and jalapenos. Probably gonna have a sliced tomato on the side, and I'm going to boil the eggs instead of fry them in there. I think it's just gonna look cooler and taste a little better and just something a little different. So just because I got so many other things, I'm only gonna do 3 eggs. So that's about 18 to 20 grams of protein because one of them's a little bit larger than the other. All righty. So I usually set it for about 20 minutes, just in case I forget about it. And the next thing I'm going to start is going to be the bacon. So we're going to get ready to bake the bacon. That's going to provide grease to cook with. Hey, Loretta, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. I've got my command center set up so I can see without having to go up really close. And I'll take a picture of that and post it on my community page here in just a moment. I got done with my walk, which I'm going to post later on this afternoon, probably as a premiere. And photo. That's my big thing going. So thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Thanks for joining in. So I got the eggs in there going. I got the bacon going. I got potatoes. I'll be chopping up. Now remember, they go in first after the bacon because they take the longest to cook. So I got remnants of my white potatoes. I got that's not the knife I want. That's gonna work. And I got one small red potato. I'm just gonna trim a little bit off the skin. I don't really need to take the skin off because I do not use any insecticides. So I can just have to wash them really good to get the dirt off them. That's basically the only thing I need to do. Just wash the dirt off the skin. So I've already scrubbed them really well. And then depending on how I cube them is basically how long it'll take for them to cook. So I usually do about 1/4-inch cubes. It's enough to get a nice little crisp on each side and lock in the flavor. So on my walk, which you'll see later on today, I did, hey, storage prepping, how we doing? Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Talk about what's going on over in Israel. And regardless of which side of the fence you may or may not be on, there are some things that I just will not accept, regardless of the situation, and that is the beheading and burning and murder of children. So I know we got some real idiots out there in the cities pro-Palestine. The funniest one I seen was on X, where it's got, transgender LGBTQ for Palestine. And I find that funny because they would kill them over there. And that's just to show you that they're not paying attention. And a lot about my conversation on the walk was people not paying attention to what's really going on. They see a headline and they say, oh, it must be true. The media put it out. They wouldn't lie. And we know better. Yeah, I'm praying for them too. Well, the surprise is over. And there's going to be conspiracy theories going up to the wazoo. So might even be correct. I don't know. But the thing is yeah, it's one thing I see a lot. Personal experience too. When you start a fight and then you get your butt whipped, don't complain about getting your butt whipped. You started that fight. All right? That's all there is to it. You instigate an action and it goes poorly for you, well, you should have thought that before you instigated the action. Now they're saying, well, the civilians are suffering. Unfortunately, that's true. They always do. They always do. But they're also the ones that put them in power. And it kind of ties into my conversation because we are just as guilty. When I say we, I see we as a voting base. I mean, I understand people were upset about mean tweets, but voting for the clown we have and the other clowns that we have just tells me people are not paying attention to who they're voting for. I'm hoping that it is. I mean, I can't believe they're that dumb. You know, or somebody like AOC gets in and all those other ones from the squad, how they get in is just confusing to me. That just tells me somebody gets their ballot, they click their party, and put it in the mail. Or they go vote, and they click the party, and they walk out. And my belief is going to stay, all right, if you are against me having this, I'm voting for you. I don't care how you doctor it up. I ain't voting for you. So today I figured I better go through kind of like my junk drawer. I see junk drawers like, what do I actually have in here? So here I have memory chips. That's important. That can go in there. And I don't need any more. That can also go in there. This is where we write our notes. I don't need it in other places. Important membership verification requested. I don't want anything to get in the mail like that. D&D dice. Garbage. That's still good. Band-Aids, but that's not where it belongs. Ibuprofen, but that's not where it belongs. But I might keep it there just now that I remember it's there. Get it boiling. Now, we'll set it for 10 minutes. There we go. So here's a coaster that fell in there. That probably needs to be put out. Here's some shooting glasses that I didn't know I had in there. And let's flip the bacon. So I notice a lot of the news is really being suppressed. That's coming out there. There should be more things. All righty. There we go. That probably should take to work with me. You know, a little bit of light. Anyway, you know, it still works. Those we usually hang here. We know where they're at. Sig Sauer. Full clip. Defense ammo. Something a little bit better than ball ammunition. This will probably get me in trouble. But these are things that you probably should be doing this weekend. And why? Because what happens over there can spread over here. When I say can, I probably mean will. So, one of the things I'm doing today is going through and inventorying where I have everything. Why? Because it's important. And here's some lotion. That's good to be there. Pen that probably ain't any good anymore. Pleasant Forever sticker member. Actually, I would put that in my computer. It looked a little better. There we go. Get my computer all doctored up. Now let's flip the bacon. This is really a good time for discussion, so if you have any comments, start praying for Israel too. This would be a good time to do it. Here is a battery for one of my things. Here's another battery. This has got some crap on it. This is why you go through these things. So these I really need to put into probably a better storage bag. Another knife. Some lighters. More lighters. Some Kroger educator card. They don't accept that anymore. They used to. Now they're being a kind of a poop about it. United States Army patch. I need that to be put on one of my things. Here's a medallion. Thank you for your service medallion. Here's a chip. From Sherwood, Illinois, Police Department. That's probably something really good to have in my 22 ammo. What we got here? Oh, I know. No, what is this? Oh, I know what this is. Those little survival things that would also fit in the wallet. Problem is, I got too much stuff in my wallet. Cheaters, which are really not any good anymore. non-rechargeable battery, which is I don't know why I got that. More connections. Earbuds. More dice. Another knife. A set of readers. These actually work. Don't need that. I think that's another rechargeable. Rechargeable, rechargeable. Garbage. Garbage. More dice. No. Poker chips. So, kind of like, all right, now that I know I got in there, I'm going to put some of the stuff back in. Over here. It says U.S. Army. And it clips to a belt. I like that one. Carry that one too. Oh, hey, Fat Man. Poker chips? Yeah, there was a couple poker chips in there. I don't know. Don't know how they got in there. And on one of my spare garden seed holders. That's going to go in the car. Got another one out there I got to locate. This is the thing about saying getting ready. Getting ready for the weekend. So everybody be very careful this weekend. All right, I think they have some bad things in store for people. So we need to be prepared. So they're calling for tomorrow for it to be some big thing. Now, me, I would think that would be just a false flag. Just to get people worried, mess with the economy a little bit. My thought is either the first weekend, the first week of November, and or Thanksgiving. And then everybody has relaxed. They're going back to their normal settings. And then that's when they would probably make their attack. That's my feeling on it. Not saying they do the smart thing. Because they don't. It was nice and sunny, so I did go out for a nice walk today. which I definitely enjoy. Last time I put the ice on this, then I went for the walk. When I came back, they peeled so easily. So I'm going to keep it cold the whole time we're cooking. I just dump ice in there, do a quick cool down. And that helps pull the eggshell away from the egg itself. Makes it easier to peel. That is the theory behind it. So now I'll put some butter in there. Not that I need it, but I like to do it for flavor. So I like to cook the potatoes and the veggies in the butter. So the potatoes go in first, because they take the longest to cook. I remember a good meal, 4 to 5 minutes at least. Here, let's season it. Season it again once we get it in there. There, that's what I'm talking about. Pop music, talk about it. Pop music. And then next thing is I am going to have 2 knives with me. Why? Places of work are also places where violence can happen. I don't play. So now after that is the cooking. We'll cut up the green peppers. Now I'm probably cutting up more than I need to. But that's all right. I need to eat them up. Can't stand the heat. Stay out the kitchen. So I stir it and then re-season. So like this, you want to get all the sides seasoned up and then covered in the bacon grease and butter. Now we'll use some Himalayan pink salt also. That's high in minerals that your body needs. Remember, take care of your body and it'll take care of you. Take care of your body. So like even when I go on my walks, granted I'm out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country, that's a good thing and a bad thing. You gotta look at it both ways. Population density is smaller, likelihood of somebody bothering me is less. But on the other hand, if somebody does decide to bother me, the likelihood of somebody interfering or noticing to call for help is also far less. So when I go on my little excursions, I bring a friend. And there was an incident where I'm glad I had it. Sometimes people who live close to you can be a danger. because they're in your neighborhood doesn't mean they're trustworthy. How many children have been abducted and killed when we find out the person lived right in the neighborhood? So there was one who was trying to lead me deep into his property, and I finally said, well, that's far enough. I got the tour. Now, it would have went poorly for him, because I did have my friend with me. But still, your best option is avoidance. Just like with the guy at the bar. I mean, obviously, there's nothing I couldn't have taken care of easily. But you got to wonder, what is their motivation? Got to pay some bills, and we go pick a fight. And they can sue them for assault. You just don't know. So your best way to deal with a situation is if you can walk away, walk away. Now, don't walk away blind. When I walked away from this individual, I told him this wasn't worth my time or day. And he didn't like that, but he wasn't. I was there to have a good time. But I made sure I kept an eye on him as I left, in case he was going to try to be a backbiter. Then what happened is he started altercation with the person he was talking to. So they called the bouncer and grabbed him, and then he had a different story to tell him, and I came out and kind of clarified the story. They're like, well, that's not what he was saying. I said, I'm sure it wasn't. And then the idiot verified it by threatening me in front of the bouncer. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right, little guy. Go home and tell everybody how you were tough. But you are leaving. And he did. So, no matter how big and tough and strong you are, if you have the option to walk away from the conflict, that is your best option. If somebody like that was looking for trouble, that was their goal. And they got disappointed because they didn't get their trouble. I need new eyeballs. I can't see with this current pair. Well, let me know where they sell new eyes. Inquiring minds want to know. But I can't see either. I can't, to read, I need readers. I'm going to do any reading. There we go. We got potatoes cooking. Eggs are done. Now, speaking of readers, let me verify that these are rechargeables. Yep. So I'll run these up later today and get them to start recharging. And I guarantee you they're not holding the charge being there that long. All right. Got the bacon off to the side. Got my peppers ready to go in. Got my potatoes cooking. And this tomato was actually orange yesterday. Now it's red. And that'll be my dessert. After I'm done eating, slice that up, a little salt and pepper. That's good eating. So the greenhouse is doing well. It's got one more panel to put on there. I forgot to get the washers yesterday. Like was like one of the reasons I went out. Was to get that washer. I forgot. It happens. So, give these another stir. Get up the heat a little bit. Now I can take the eggs out. So the eggs got quickly cooled. So they should peel really easily. And what's nice about boiled eggs is dishes are real easy. Yeah, it's easy. So I got my little setup there so I can read the comments without having to get all close. Come on. And I can put that out there now. See, look, I'm live. Post. There we go. Let me set up this one. And it's off. Da, da, da. Shannon. Oh, Mike, good morning. Yes, it is scary times. We were talking about that, and I've got a walk video which will be posted on this afternoon as a premiere. I'll try to hang in chat while I can. And I'm just going to do it as a premiere because then you can chat. That's the advantage of that. You can still watch it anytime you want. Covering that and covering some other things. There's some things I can't understand why they exist. So I did the premiere when I walked to the greenhouse. 27 views. So I'm just trying to, put in more content, hopefully get more views than that. So on the fitness things I'm covering, but I am going to start covering some of the current events. Jacob, how we doing? I adopted the Mike Metzer heavy duty high intensity training. He's trained best way naturally to grow in strength and mass. My strength is already going up. Excellent. That's good to hear. There's a lot of programs out there that work. I mean, it really is. I mean, I kind of do what I feel like doing. I'm not really on a program. I know to get stronger, I have to lift heavy. If I want to get more defined, I have to do more reps. So it's what I feel like I want to concentrate on that day. I do a lot of lifting at work on this furnace that we're on now, far more on the other side, and I can feel it. I can feel I'm utilizing new muscles. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to drive out to Shorewood And well, they just drew the blood, and when they drew the blood, they blew up this vein here because I had them grab the blood from here. Because if they dig in here, they're just my veins move. They're like they're ninja veins, and they end up sitting there sticking in there too long. So I said, just I got a big pop vein here. It's easy to see, but they blew out the vein, so my hand was a little puffed up. I had to put pressure on it. Now they only drew blood, and they took my blood pressure, which was fine, and took my pulse, which was fine. But they didn't do an EKG this time, which they did last time. So I don't know, maybe they only do it every other year. I'm going to inquire with the doctor about that. Seems kind of odd. They wouldn't have done it. But I think we had a new person, and they might have just overlooked it. So I won't know the results until next Tuesday. That's when the doctor goes over them. And I guess he's the same doctor I had last time. So I was kind of surprised or upset that I was really healthy. So I won't know until next Tuesday. And what I'll do is I'll do a Wednesday live stream going over. But drawing the blood and that went fine. So all right, let's stir in those peppers. And we'll do a couple series of pictures that I'll post later. That little entourage. Starting a herbal medicine for myself and my hubby. Good. I tell you, there's some nice ones out there. Do some research, but I got an elderberry with DNC in here. I chew every morning when I think of it. I have turmeric. I have ashwagandha root. Or it's a multivitamin. I think they were surprised when, because they had you fill out that questionnaire on what medications you're on, and I'm like 0. I said, I'll be on none. Son, here's turmeric, bioprene, and garlic and ginger. And once a week I take an iron. I do a lot of cooking with cast iron, but I still take an iron once a week. 60% of the people in the United States are deficient in calcium and iron. Tons of papa. There's B3. So that'll be my shot for right now. I also got some balance of nature in that, but I'm probably going to cancel it. I'm already 3 bottles deep. I think in the winter it'd be good to go through those, but in the in the summer, spring, summer, fall. I'm getting plenty from Randy. Good morning, or afternoon. How we doing? We had major rain last night and this morning, but now it's sunny and clear, so I got my walk in. So I'm all good with that. Let's break up the bacon pieces in there. There we go. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. More coming today or tonight. That's fine. I got the lawn mowed. So I got the greenhouse pretty much up. Actually, I have to carry water in there because there's no water in the greenhouse, obviously. But what I'll do is, now I'm thinking of it, I'll turn all those 5-gallon buckets I have upside down, or right side up, and then at one area where it leans, it'll run it right into it. So then I'll have rainwater that I can water the plants with. Glad I thought about that. And because I thought about it, let's write it down. Because if I don't write it down, what will happen? I'll forget. That's all. Buckets for rainwater. Get washers and store. There we go. Got my notes. I can't fail now. Yeah, tonight. That's fine. So let's now get the potatoes into the plate, and then the eggs will go over it next, and we'll be ready to eat. We will be ready. Ready. Okay. I'm going to use me a spoon with holes in it. I like cooking in the grease, but I don't need all that grease. Yum, yum, yum. And looking good in the neighborhood. Thanks for stopping in, Randy. So now, we'll pop our eggs on top. So remember that ice water bath. The whole idea is it's supposed to make it easier to peel it off the shell without making a mess of the egg. Sometimes it's more successful than others. Dad used to blow them right out of the eggshell. Sometimes it'd work. You put a hole on both sides and then literally just blow it through there. I might try it. And I just kind of tear it up in quarters. Now some of this, try to make it a little bit more healthy. I can remove some of the egg yolk. Yeah, it's going to be more work. So the egg's got the protein at all 20 amino acids, lots of vitamins and minerals. The only vitamin they're missing is vitamin C, which I'm getting from my peppers, which I'm also getting from my multivitamin. A lot of people eat egg whites, still have nutrition, but the yellows have more nutrition. The yolk has most of the nutrition. And I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I found that the brown eggs are a little bit easier to peel than the white ones. It seems to have a thicker shell. So the last couple times I have bought brown eggs, they seem to be, as an average, a little bit easier to peel. All right. Now, for the coupe de raw, or whatever coupe there is, time for A1. So now they are running ads during these live streams. YouTube's changing. If it's a long ad, just let it run for 30 seconds and close it. If it's a short ad, just let it run. If you would, you'll come back to the live stream. If you want to click on one every now and then, not every time, it will help me do a little bit better money-wise. And I'd appreciate that. Now we're going to wash everything down with my sponsor, who isn't, Fairlife milk. 50% less sugar, 50% more protein. So half the sugar, half again the protein, all regular eggs. Marquito, how we going? I love Fairlife. Yeah, chocolate's good. That's like dessert. Yeah, when I have chocolate, it's like having dessert. I ain't gonna lie. And they made a strawberry one. I tested that out. It was good. And it's eating good in the neighborhood. Oh, it's so good. Fresh taters from the garden. Eggs from the chicken. Green peppers, jalapenos. And of course, bacon. and I take my herbs and minerals and vitamins with food. If you're in chat, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're going to stop in, help the channel. Help a brother out. You just can't beat this. Oh, that's so good. So that ends the chat for today. I will be uploading some videos, some to play, some as a premiere. Where on the premiere we'll talk about if you have certain values, why are you voting for the party that won't instill those values? So check with your doctor. But on the Fairlife, let me get my readers out. So it is milk. It's lactose free. So if you're lactose intolerant, this doesn't have any lactose in it. Now, if it's something else you're allergic to, then yeah. But if it's the lactose that's causing the issue, then you can have this milk. But if it's the milk itself, then no. That's good stuff. So everybody, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. I finish up meals, and then it'll be time to head to the store and then head to work. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, have fun, go for a walk in the sun. And thank you for joining in.